Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Runers. So, today we're going to be playing on Wimpy difficulty for once, instead of regular, because I'm lazy. And also hope that this is going to be a two-part episode, because it's going to make my life a little bit easier. We're also doing Wisp, Mummy with Chaos Bolt, because, I don't know, it'd be fun. Ooh, I'm tempted to go Dwarf, though. No, we're just this is gonna be a regular run, not a melee run, because as much as I like melee runs, I'd prefer this one go a little bit further, and as nice as melee is, there's a lot you can do with later on. So let's angle our monitor down a little bit because this game is dark. So I've actually only ever done one run in Wimpy, I believe, which was like my very first one. I'm in 4,000th place for it, so it does kind of feel like one of those where I should probably go back and, you know, beat it realsies, right? So, looks like the first and most obvious is that I maybe take the less damage, but it seems like most of the enemies shoot slower, which is convenient. Maybe projectile speed is reduced too. So I'm feeling like I'm dodging like a crazy man. And I could be wrong with this one. Yeah, let's pick up the heart. Let's press tab, pull out everything. I'm not entirely sure why I reached over my other keyboard just to press tab, but no, well. So, looks like this is a dead-end room. One more box to go, though, but has nothing in it. So, ideally, I'd like to get another entropy rune. This is going to start off as a double chaos run. No reason why not to. It's not like any of the other spells are particularly attractive to me. I guess magic missile is a pretty good one. Could use that one. Droplet is actually really good. You know what? If I get a water rune, I'll go with Droplet. It really depends on which one I get first. Because all we really need at this point is a basic starter spell to use against everybody else while we try and get our better combinations. So, now there's a shock rune, so we got that going for us. The basic shock spell is not high on my list. It's alright, but it's not the greatest. And ideally, I'd like to get something that's pretty damn fantastic. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to pick up that extra heart. Oh well, I'll just keep avoiding the other one, because as much as I don't really mind, would very much prefer to, you know, save it in escrow for later, just in case we need it. So, ideally, I would like to get as far as I can with this run. If I can split it up into 2 to 3 parts, that actually would be pretty perfect for me. Yeah, I feel like I'm taking less damage from these bats. I would have taken so much more earlier if this was regular difficulty. Could be wrong with that one. Could be very wrong, but I get the feeling I get murdered slower in this. I need to take out that bat, but it's dodging most of my shots. It's like bullet helling my bullet hell, which is obnoxious. Just die. Jeez. He does not want to go down. I was thinking like being semi-close range would be a good way of taking out that bat. There we go. Double combiner. And looks like we've still got that singular heart following us around. Might as well pick it up. Because, right, Wisp runs have reduced health. I forgot about that. It's not the greatest, but it'll have to do. So we got rats, but not bats. So I think I might actually go for something other than double chaos bolt. I'm not entirely sure. It really does depend on which one we get first, because honestly, anything that could kill any of these guys is more than good enough for me. So we get a mind rune. No, can't do guided scones. Guided stones. That'd be tempting, but I don't know. This is definitely one of those games where some of you have actually been calling attention to this, that I've been more interested in finding out, you know, cool new spells instead of actually bothering to come up with a good solid combo to beat a run. And I realized that, and part of me is like, well, you know, should I actually just start min-maxing at this point so I have truly optimum builds? I don't know. I also feel like I should probably start aiming for those triple combiner stuff instead of just always going for double combiners, now that I've actually discovered a couple of recipes, you know, White Lightning and Supernova. I guess it's just one of those that we've already seen them, so I'd prefer to keep finding new things. I don't know. I guess I have this weird obsession with the idea that everything needs to be new. Hey, I could do Guided Stones if I wanted to. That'd be convenient. Now, we do have a double combiner right off the bat. I think I might waste it, learn new things, try new abilities. I think there's one that I haven't done before. Is it Shock and Air? Have I ever done that one before? I've done Power Shock. I don't think this is Power Shock. Oh, right. Power Shock is close up, so that's not the right one. It's fire and air. Dunno. Yeah, why not? Let's see what it does. Flame Devil. Huh. Alright. Well, when in doubt, let's use it. So we've got at least a couple more rooms. And come on, Flame Devil. How good are you? Oh, wow. Holy crap. I like this actually quite a lot. Because not only does it knock enemies back, but it's got a fairly fast cast rate. So I kind of want to do a double Flame Devil run at some point or something. Because yeah, this keeps everything off my butt and wrecks everything that gets close. So I like this. This is a fun one. I did not expect I would like this spell. I was like, hey, you know what? We don't have anything better, so let's just use it. Turns out actually pretty fantastic, considering we've got a lot of enemies that come after us in melee. Chaos Bolt takes everything out in mid-range, and then anything along range we can just avoid. So, across the board, actually pretty good. Looks like the duration on it is pretty decent, too. So, you know, prop 1 for experimentation, because it worked. Let's pick up both of these. Doesn't bring us up to full, not surprisingly. This also provides us with the one benefit that Chaos Bolt doesn't give, which is a fair degree of, like, accuracy, or at least, you know, reliability in terms of hitting anything remotely close to me. Which is good, because that bat earlier was kind of messing with our heads, and I didn't like that. I much prefer, you know, having these, which just wreck anything that gets close. Like, look at this. This is awesome looking. I love it. There we go. Still not full health. Getting close, though, which is perfect, and we can do it. Entropic Body? No. Jeez, no. Nope. Trying to figure out which one. That one's tempting. Cooldown of class ability by 7%. You know what? Let's do this one. Cause a force on enemies in a radius around an enemy with a skill. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it does damage. Whereas this would actually make our mummy invincibility go lower. Let's try it just because I don't use the mummy invincibility that often, and I can usually wait for it to come back. Wow. I am hiccuping like a crazy man. Looks like we've got at least one room left. Not much apart from that, and ideally, a couple hearts, though I'd really rather only go back for one. Because backtracking is kind of slow, kind of obnoxious, kind of boring. So, oh wait, no, it's the next room with the next door. Okay. Now, I think this is also going to be one of those games. Oh, apparently there was a heart in one of those boxes. Oh, that's good to know, at the very least. So, let's get down here, and who are we fighting? A bunch of rats. Convenient enough. Because no longer are enemies in melee particularly threatening to me. I can just kind of just run in close and let the fireballs deal with it. I want to make a build based on this, because I can imagine this would be really fun. Taking everybody else out just by, like, charging in melee. I'm not entirely sure if I'd want to do double fire air, or if I'd want to do another spell with this one. It's an interesting question. Like, maybe a pulse ability would be nice as, like, an addition. If there was, like, an airwave ability that knocked all of the... Oh, hey, what's this one? Shrinkify. Yeah! I can do with Shrinkify. But, you know, some kind of pulse ability to knock everybody back, because that would be really convenient in an interesting way. Because knocking everybody back away from me, yet having all of these, like, killer fireballs to anything that even remotely gets close. Like, look at that. In fact, I'm not entirely sure if those fireballs go away when they hit an enemy. I don't know. So, air room, water room, crit defense. Well, let's go crit defense, just because I've got a fair amount of runes. Come on. Actually, nope. I got one more room to go in, so I'm going to go through this room first before I pick up those hearts. And, you know, the water rune is just kind of collateral. Damn. This entire build just wrecks any kind of enemy in melee. I love it. Perfect. Okay, so we could do Iron Skin, 15% armor, 10% chance to get stunned on hit. Don't like that much. There we go. Cooldown reduction at the cost of health. Not the greatest, but at the same time, it does help substantially. Like, in fact, it actually increases the amount of fireballs we can put off by a fair amount, which is nice. Let's get this water rune. Don't need those health pickups. Pick up that rock. There we go. So, we don't have any double combiners. We don't have any triple combiners. Do we have? We got, we need no, we have a light rune. Actually, can I make it? Can I make white lightning right off the bat? Yeah, sweet. All right. because I did not show off White Lightning very well the last time I used it. So, as soon as it's off cooldown, we should have that going for us. Now, the one problem with White Lightning is it does have a little bit longer of a cooldown in comparison to most of our other spells, which is kind of a shame, but hopefully between it and the fire bonus, we should be okay. Now, shock levels, tempting, especially with the White Lightning. Knockback, also very tempting. Shock levels. I'm not actually sure what effect that has on White Lightning, but let's see what it does. Okay, so shock increases the damage, fire duration, and White Lightning light reduces the cooldown. So if I can get interesting. White Lightning does not affect props. Or destructible stuff in the environment. Well, that's okay, because honestly, the fireballs that I've got coming off of me are more than enough to take care of most destructibles, and should be able to handle everything from there. We've got a bandit coming through. I'm trying to take him out. Now, White Lightning, definitely pretty awesome as far as the chaining goes. I'm not entirely sure if it does... I mean, it does a fair amount of damage. It's fairly good. It's good at chaining through enemies, which is really good for clearing rooms. But I might want to pick a better combo spell than the fire one, because the thing is, the fire one is good at keeping guys off of me, but the White Lightning has a much longer range than the fire, whereas, like, Chaos Bolt, I had to stay fairly medium range? I don't know. I think I need something a little bit more rangy. Something with, I think what I'm alluding to is I really just want Chaos Bolt, weirdly enough, as my accompanying spell for this one. I might have to give that a shot. Oh, there's a bandit over here. Let's let the fire take care of him. I guess if I am careful, though, the White Lightning can take care of everything at a range, and then, well, you know, anything that gets remotely close to me just dies in a flaming glory, which, I mean, realistically is pretty damn useful. Like, look at that. Bam! Let's just take out everything with our nice little fireballs. I'm definitely going to want to sacrifice more health, if possible, for cooldown reduction. I mean, it's not exactly the best thing in the world, but at the same time, it's... Oh, you know these fireballs are doing a fairly good job at what we need them to do. Let's just let that go. So any kind of hit proc spell might actually be useful, though I'm not entirely sure if I have a whole lot of those, and if it counts every single hit or just the initial hit of White Lightning, because I could see some potentially problematic issues with it. There we go. Definitely do want a destructible thing. So you know what? I'm going to go in here, switch out Flame Devil for Chaos Bolt. We'll try the two of these together and see what happens. Okay, cooldown is done. Let's go. So, first impressions are probably not necessary. I think the fire bonus is actually going to be better. Yee. I'm also noticing there's not much of a difficulty difference between medium or regular and wimpy mode. Maybe enemies have less health, and that's kind of the point. Maybe I've just been taking a bunch of stupid incidental damage when I really shouldn't have been. Oh well, no biggie. Let's just take that out. I should probably focus on my aim a little bit. But initial impressions are no reason to actually switch away from the Firebolt. Didn't help that much. Or at least Chaos Bolt didn't help that much. I can see it helping, but at the same time, I think that... Ow. Giant rats are jerks. Yes. Yeah, I definitely think that Firebolts are going to be more useful to me. I guess the only problem with the Firebolts is they do have some serious drawbacks when it comes to tight spaces, which is a serious... It's a problem for me. Not that big of a problem, but it's enough of a problem to be annoying. Interestingly enough, two of my triple spells that I use are specifically based on lightning and... Oh no, fire and light. Weird. I should try some other spells. I guess fire does a fair amount of damage, so it makes sense. Okay, so it doesn't... Oh, no, we do in fact have a rat nest, which is a problem. I'm trying to take out everything else first, because my fireballs will presumably take out the rats. There we go. And all I have to do is kind of strafe over here and let the lightning take care of them. Because the rats can be corralled pretty easily. And also, if I can get a well-timed white lightning shot straight through them, problem solved. So another potentially useful thing would be Chaos and Lightning, because if I could get Chaos and Lightning, that would destroy everything in front of me. Wouldn't get anything behind me, but it'd be potentially useful. What do we have? Chaos Rock, Chaos Water. Yeah, nothing particularly great. So, let's see if I can take that bandit. Now, I guess the other problem with the flame thing is if an enemy gets inside your, inside your range of influence, they can also just completely avoid all of your shots, which is kind of an obnoxious little bit there. Okay, so we've got the extra shock rune. The question is, do I put the shock rune into boosting my damage for White Lightning, or do I put it into getting Chaos Lightning? Both are tempting. Not entirely sure. Let's see. So we've got a couple areas to go. Are we only on level 2? Wow. This is actually a fairly involved run. Trying to let that fire handle everything else. That Wind Hunter is obnoxious. Hoping I can take him out before we have some... Yep, there we go. Walk straight into all of my fireballs. So, the fireballs are really, really tempting to keep. It's just... I'm trying to... There's a hole in my defense, and I'm trying to figure out how to fill it. There's not really a whole lot of good ways of doing so. I do like the gravity well ability. That's actually quite useful. So, 10 HP for an extra 10% damage. That's less useful than me, in my opinion. Because cooldown reduction increases your damage, your DPS by a fair amount, but it also allows you for more knockback, whereas damage is just damage. So, it's not very useful. Honestly, most of them aren't. Let's see. You know what? Whatever. I guess I'm just going to have the lowest health I could possibly get this entire run. Which is an interesting thing in theory. I just could backfire if I run into a Fireborn Voidling, because that could be problematic. Could not be. I don't know. We'll see. So, we've got a couple of giant rats. Got to stay away from those. I think that was a hermit I just brutally murdered. So, I'm trying to keep my fire up, because... Oh, okay. So, the giant rats had, like, a temporary buff or something. And then there's just 1+2 giant rat, which is taking a beating. Note to self, be wary of giant rats. +2 giant rats. Okay, so we've got the fireballs. I'm trying to bait him into fireball range where he... Okay, perfect. And we get a double combiner for our troubles. So, I was trying to bait him into fireball range so I could hit him with the fireballs, but he would not hit me. So I haven't found the stairs yet, but we're clearing this place out pretty substantially. Not a whole lot of hearts kept in Escrow. In fact, there aren't any, which is... I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I would very much like to have at least 1 or 2 for, you know, future use. So I'd like to get a double combiner spell that could potentially go into, like, my shift or E slots, because currently I don't have any... I don't have any, like, any of the temporary use spells. Okay, I'm trying to take out the bats and whatnot. The Wind Hunter's obnoxious, but the thing is, he's not a threat. Everybody else is a threat. He's just a nuisance that potentially puts me into threatening positions. So we got a fire rune. I don't have a light rune, though. Could I? No, I can't make... If I got another light rune, I could in fact do double white lightning, weirdly enough. Or supernova. Or any number of other things. Oh, looks like my inventory is full. So you know what we're going to try and do, seeing as we've got... I don't know. Oh, shoot. White lightning doesn't actually do that much damage. Baseline. Let's boost that up. I can put... Yeah, I don't have any light runes. Yeah, I'll just keep plopping stuff in there. Because, you know, Flame Devil would be tempt... Ooh, I could put air runes in there. Let's get that cooldown low. What's it reduce it by? 3? That's not much. Probably won't put any more runes into it, but I did need to clear it out a little bit. So we could do double speed. That's always useful. Sprint is nice. So I'll put that as shift. I'll keep that around. And it looks like we have a doorway, so we can go somewhere. Now, realistically, I could get a stupid number of fire runes and just kind of be unnecessary with my, you know, flame loop cooldown. Not cooldown. Well, yeah, cooldown. My flame loop cast speed, which actually is pretty tempting. Because if I just had an infinite whirling circle of fire, that'd be pretty useful. Let's see if I can... there we go. At least it does a lot of damage, so maybe putting some fire in there. Pretty tempting. Arena. Hey, I got this. Probably. Dope, it's a burrower +1. Well, bait him into fire range, and problem solved, because those mud golem... Oh, ow! Jeez. Okay, note to self, mud golem +2, actually dangerous. Keep your freaking distance, Wander. Don't try and do fancy pants stuff with your fire loop, because as cool as the fire loop is, it's not worth dying over. So this is also one of those enemies that I'm going to have to largely stay away from. In fact, what I'm going to do is pull out Chaos Bolt and keep the fire stuff in reserve, because we need something that can hit a moving target, and I guess realistically what I can do is just stand in his way. Entirely no... Whoa, Swarmer, +2. Weird. There we go. Okay, so what can we do? Movement speed, damage, speed rune. Tempting. I'm gonna go with damage. I already have a bonus to damage, so if I can stack a bunch of damage and cooldown reduction, possibly at the cost of health, that's not very encouraging, but at the same time could help us out. I don't know. Okay, so definitely for a wimpy run, this is a little bit tougher than I was expecting. So we could get light levels, tempting. Defense, also tempting. Considering white lightning and the light levels reduces its cooldown, I think. Oh, I don't know. Because I don't need earth levels. Let's go with defense. We're getting hammered anyway. I still would like to know how defense specifically works, but we'll see. So let's get through here. At least it's a storage room to start. It's always a storage room to start. What am I talking about? But kind of hoping there would be a heart in here. The answer is no. Well, let's see. I do have a shock rune and an entropy rune. So you know what? I'm going to do bullet speed, bullet size. Let's try this. Let's do a double lightning. See if that works here. Because this may work as a combo, might not. At this point, I'm just experimenting with my combinations to see what is a good and effective thing and what's not. So we are about to face a boss, which is an interesting question. Should I actually use double lightning entropy for the boss, or should I actually switch it out for something else? There's also the question of, should I go fight the boss immediately, or should I actually stick around? And it looks like my reasoning here was solid, because I got a couple of extra hearts. We're closer to full health than we were earlier, and we can burst through a couple other things. Perfect. There we go. Okay. So I definitely like double lightning. So this is going to be a very shocking build. So we could do... Yeah... What the... Okay. Oh, this is bestiary. Okay, let's pump that in. Wow, that did nothing for the cooldown. Okay, so note to self, don't put any more points into white lightning. At least fire into white lightning. So, this, arc range. That actually has a substantial effect on the arc range. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. And we do a lot of damage on anything close to us. I don't remember... I guess duration is... I'm trying to think of... I guess a second? I don't know, whatever. Maybe that that affects how much it chains. Either way, I want to go in here and fight the boss, because this run is definitely gimped a little bit by the Wisp. Oh, it's dash too. Beautiful. So I've got pretty much the perfect setup for fighting him, because he gets close, he gets walloped. He gets far away, he gets walloped anyway. Of course, white lightning does not do as much damage as I would like it to, but at the same time, it is very good for clearing out all of those speedsters and bats. Yeah, so shocking build, definitely the build of the day. Ow. Okay, note to self, he hurts when he hits you with those things. Luckily, as long as I keep my distance from everything else, we should be okay. It's just, yep. Yeah, no. Lightning entropy, definitely a good replacement for a Chaos Bolt, definitely a good replacement for everything else. Let's just keep firing shots off. And honestly, we got this in the bag. No question about it. Just a matter of walloping him enough to make him realize it. Because all of his other guys, ow, all of his other guys, like his little dudes, aren't a threat to me. His shots aren't a threat to me. Everything is not a threat. Potentially a speedster could be obnoxious, but honestly, I don't see me having trouble with the rest of this fight. Beautiful. Got through that with almost no damage whatsoever. So, what do we get? Costing an ultimate, lower your cooldowns by 5 seconds. Meh. Lose 10% damage. Slow. No. Move speed. Yes. Okay, movement speed up by 10%, and there's There's a health. There's a heart. Don't want to pick it up. Okay, so I'm going to quickly consult my list. Okay, I currently don't have any good spells to go with the triple combiner that I know about, that anybody has suggested. And, I mean, one temptation is purely to just combine what I already have, which is tempting, but I'm not entirely sure if that's going to work out for me. I don't know. I think it's one of those where I'd much rather actually save it for one of your combos, because I need, like, Earth, Dark, Entropy, or Light, Water, something. Speed, maybe? Oh, big skeleton. That is actually not that big of a deal, because the little skeletons aren't going to be that much of a problem as we are. The only problem is, ow, the damage we take. Let's sprint around him. In fact, I should probably just do damage to him instead of trying to take out the skeletons, because you know what? I've got enough clearing potential. Skeletons are not a threat to me. So we got another shock rune, so that puts us closer to at least one of the combos, I think. Another water rune. I'm actually half tempted to just do a triple water run. I mean, maybe? It'd be a weird combo, but it could potentially work. And let's just clear these guys out. Yeah, I really like our current auto attack setup, so I'm actually half tempted to not. I don't think I want any active or like any basic attacks. I love pretty much everything else, so we'll see. Let's keep going down. Now, this is also one of those where I have to remember that if I'm about to die, I need to use my abilities. Otherwise, or use those combiners. Otherwise, this entire run has been wasted. So, let's get up here. Don't know how many more rooms we have, but it's best to clear them for the EXP and runes and whatnot. So we got a +2 bandit, bunch of... another bandit. Luckily yeah, I am loving Entropy Lightning. It's probably close to my favorite spell. Chaos Bolt and it are definitely tied in contention. I think Lightning Entropy does kind of take the cake though, because it does do a fair bit more damage. I think it's twice as much, give or take. And that's usually pretty attractive to me. Let's get over here and get through before the heart shows up. Don't know how many more rooms we have left, but I might as well hold it and Esker just in case it could heal me just that little bit more. I don't even know. Oh, geez. Well, this is scary, and looks like my reservations were unfounded. Now we've got 2 light runes, no shock rune. Weird. Thought I had a shock rune. Whatever. Let's bust these up. Nothing. Well, we've got one more room to go, and might actually be an event room for stasis. Power's reduced. Alright. I'll just assume it's good enough. Wow, it pretty much halves the damage on both of my abilities. That's a little bit concerning, but, well, we shoot so freaking fast, which is something that they can't affect, that nothing's a problem. Okay, so we've got a lot of earth runes, we've got a lot of light runes, and we've got a lot of stuff. I'm very tempted to just use my triple combiner just to see what I have. It is tempting. And we also seem to have four hearts. And another rune. Well, that last heart was not a big deal. Reduce the cooldowns by a little bit. No, we need the entropy rune. We also, Tinkerer. I don't want to shatter combiners. That's stupid. Rune drop chance by that. Or XP. Ooh, that's all tempting. I'm going to go with Quick Learner, though. It's probably going to help us out in the longer run, because as nice as the rune drop chance is, we've actually got a bunch. That's a lot of earth. Well, what do we got? I need water, light... God damn it. My inventory is full, so I didn't get the entropy rune. Well, that was wasted. Earth, Dark, Singularity. Sorry if the game mutes when I do that. So, realistically, let's try double water. No, that's splash. Water... Water, earth? Mudslide. Water mind? I've never done this before, double combiner. Ooh, waterfall. What's the cooldown on it? Fairly slow. Piercing water bolts slow the enemy's speeds if it hits. I'm gonna hold that. It might be useful, might not be. And let's pray we get a entropy rune along the way, because I want particle spray, because I heard that one was fun. So, we'll see. We have another room. Jeez, this level goes on forever. Freaking bandits. Okay, so our health is full. Whoops. And realistically, we're in a really good position here from just a basic build standpoint goes. It's just a matter of, I would love to try particle spray. Sounds like it would be fun. Wow. White lightning really does chew through a lot of enemies. Come on, freaking bandits. Okay, so we get another double combiner. And a heart. Okay, well, I've got so many left over that I don't really feel bad for, you know, failing to, or picking up the ones as we go along. Anything here? Please give me the entropy rune. Honestly, I'm very disappointed that if you pick as part of a level up reward, if you pick an entropy rune, it'll just disappear because your inventory is full. That is just crushingly disappointing, and I hate it. But, oh well, I guess I just take my lumps. Should have paid more attention. Okay, so I think that double combiner is paired with the heart, and I prefer to save it just for a second, considering this has got to be the last rune. Yep, it is. So, if I can get through this room, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Perfect, perfect, question mark, perfect, yes. Hell portal drops imps. And they have my nice fire spell. I really like that spell, and I'd love to build a build around it, but it's probably going to be a dwarven build. Probably entropy lightning and the fire circle, or just double fire circle. Actually, why not just pick up that health? And just wait for him. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Increase health back healing by 3. Very tempting. More speed. Yep. Let's boost up the healing, because that's actually going to be really helpful along the way. And next up, no entropy runes. A lot of earth. A lot of... Like, I kind of want to try triple water, but that seems irresponsible. Realistically, I just want to toss it in and just continually fill out my Runedex until I've got them all, and then I can be, you know... Then I can be picky about which triple spells I use. But, no. I should probably save it for the suggestions you guys have given me. Otherwise, you know, I'm not going to say I'm betraying you as audience members, but I am letting you down in a way. Because as much as I would like to discover new things, I'd very much like to honor you guys and your fancy suggestions. So, no entropy rune. Disappointed there. But, we've got the space for it. And no more runes in here, no more runes anywhere else. So, let's go down. We do have 2 double combiners. Oh, hey. Entropy rune. Let's do it. Because I believe it's water, light, and entropy for the thing. Oh, it's ice, too. Okay, so, we have particle spray, which actually kind of looks like lightning entropy, which could be fun. We've also got white lightning, and I noticed we have the runes for supernova. So, we're pretty powerful right now. What's the cooldown? Very fast. Let's see when this is all done charging. This may be really nuts. Holy shit. Yep, I think we've succeeded at becoming extremely overpowered. But I hate to be a killjoy here, but I'll see you guys on the next episode of Runers, because this is a 2-parter. See you guys then, and as always, thanks for watching.